Greetings, all you aliens, arachnids, artists, archetypes, and archaeologists. I'm the Parksinator, and this is Nioh. In case you haven't heard of it by now, considering it's like 3, maybe 4 years old, Nioh is a Souls-like game, meaning, for those who don't know, combat's tricky, and the enemies will likely kick your butt a good many times. And the bosses, several probably. If you're anything like me, you'll probably struggle 30 to 40 deaths on the first boss, but I'm an experience. Let's get started so I can explain things more thoroughly. Yes, I want to start a new game. Not that I haven't already beaten this game, but here it is. The far east lies Zipangu, a land brimming with golden palaces and sparkling jewels. Kublai Khan, ruler of the Mongol Empire, sent a large army there. But the warriors of Zipangu used miraculous stones to put up a strong defense. Said Marco Polo, apparently. Not your average crystal meth.
Amrita. Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone.
It's only Philosopher's Stone like number 51 or so. Probably more.
The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world.
Everyone wants to rule the world.
Our forces weakening with every battle.
Foreshadowing.
Our inner circle turned to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us to find Amrita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
While still getting Amrita. The Armada's not so invincible now, is it? Tower of London is an imposing fortress built by King William I in order to keep London safe. It has since gone on to be used as a prison for traitors and execution grounds for criminals. Londoners believe that if the many crows living within its walls were to abandon it, the tower would collapse and London itself would be destroyed. Meaning, it is actually just made of crows. There's nothing else. There's just crows. Purely crow. It was a dark and stormy... Oh wait, I can't do that. Definitely dark and stormy. Yes, we're starting out in a prison. No, this isn't Elder Scrolls. What are you talking about? At least I have a lot of room. At least I'm buff as heck. At least I have my wife. In case anyone's curious, that's healthy. Hi over there. Yes, that is emotes. Is that more? Is there more? Of course there's more. There's so many more. First step in Prison Break. Hunt wall and kick wall. Step 2, save the world. Here we have our first Amrita memory.
I should have run when I had the chance. Hey, what are you doing?
This is not going well. Hunt, hunt. Ow. Kick a man when he's down, then punch him in the back. Ow. I will not be beaten by the likes of you. I actually won't. I've never had to do that before. That was our first item. I have successfully punched a man to death who had a sword. Equip items. Here we have our entire inventory. Well, our entire equipable inventory display. Both of these are both pretty good. Alright, let's go over the item. Let's go over all the stats real quick. Here we have familiarity. Basically, more you use a weapon, the more familiar you are with it, the better all its numbers are, which is always good. Depending on the rarity, the familiarity maximum can be higher or lower. We don't even have all the rarities unlocked because you have to beat the game at least once to get one rarity unlocked. And there's like 2 or 3 past that. You have to beat the game like 4 times to have all the rarities unlocked. Good luck having all that many. Right now, we just got this, so obviously we have no idea how to use it really. Attack, your damage. Special effects, these will vary from item to item. Quick attack, key reduction. Key is your stamina. I'll explain that a bit later once we get out of London. Yes, we have to get out of London. Or we end up getting out of London. Attack multiplier, more damage. This is how much each of the your various stats affect each weapon. It'll vary. It's a great system going from, I believe, E or D up to A, maybe S. Or I'll go over the stats later. Break is how much key reduction you inflict on your enemy when they block or when you hit them. Parry is when you block an attack. That being said, oh wait, I need to equip my new boots. Because these stone floors must hurt. Human equipment drop rate. That is useful for now. Slightly different stat screen for your armors. Weight, that actually does affect things, not because you have a carry limit in terms of weight, but you want to know how heavy or how light your armor is. If you look there on the left, you'll see a little boot icon and 3 kind of bell-shaped icons. Supposed to be a dumbbell. The more white, the heavier the armor is. More gray, the lighter. It only goes down to 1. It doesn't go past 1. These are very light boots. Defensive multiplier, just your defense power. Effects, damage reduction, all armor has this, obviously. Human equipment drop rate. Pretty easy to explain there. Toughness, resistance to guard breaks, and key damage. Always nice. This is versus the various elements. You don't see a lot of these on armor. You can roll them under special effects, but if you're lucky, you'll probably see them a few times. You have versus paralysis, versus yokai realm, which I'll get to later. And then stats required. Now you don't need to meet these requirements to actually equip the armor, but to gain the effects of all the special effects. You can always just equip anything and gain the armor for it, though. Let's actually move on. I have looted this little room for all its 1 box. Poor Solid died in his cell. There'll be another pirate. There, that was my old cell. Another Amrita.
I guess yourself was your only savior.
You could see me dodging and guarding earlier as I punched my way to near death. I escaped this prison. And I kick a box. Medicine. Item shortcut. Here down at the bottom, you'll see 8 shortcuts. You can gain more tabs for that later. Switching between them is a piece of cake. You can kick. Medicine. It's your potion. Pretty simple. You see on the right side of that box, on the left side of the screen, ×1, I have one of them. You can carry a maximum of 20, the rest go into storage. Now, your shortcut. And then we use it because, dear lord, I need it. Can't do that. basement. Box. Boxes are nice. I have a coat. My chances of survival are increasing. It doesn't match my pants though. It matches my boots. Upstairs. Percy stairs. Olé, sir. You suck. This guy from the distance has a crossbow. Yay, more medicine. I don't need it quite yet. I wish I could just chop down that barrier. Two guys in there. I don't want to take them all, both on at once. From the back. Trousers. Hooray. First let's kill this poor bastard. I'm a pirate and I'm better than any guard in London. I got a rock. In this box. More trousers. And another potion. Hooray. Toughness. What is toughness? Increases resistance to opponents breaking through your guard. It's kind of key and it's kind of not key. That's good. Now that I have fully equipped for anything, sort of needing my magic spear, which will come with me. Go up. What is it, waifu? Shrine. Pray at shrine. This is the crappy shrine. All it does is restore your health, which is always nice. But it also makes all of your enemies come back to life. The shrines will have so much more use later on. For now, though. Hey, you over there with the lantern. Obviously has no peripheral vision. Stabs that pillar. Way to go. Another rock. Might as well equip it. This isn't a stealth game. All it does, you throw it to grab someone's attention and you do a little bit of damage. What's in this big box? Axe. I don't need an axe. This is the Spirit Magic Helmet Run. Not the Axe and Magic Helmet Run. Can I open this door? No. Can't open this box. My first spear. A Runka. Never heard of a Runka. But it also does more damage. Yay! Now I can really get the Spirit and Magic Helmet Run going. Once I get over some more stairs. Stairs. Yeah. Oh, there is a box. Or medicine.
There's only a limited amount of Amrita we can extract from this country, Kenny. Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
You are one tattooed, ugly mud.
The leader of Japan will spark a war, and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita. Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
I'm said execution victim.
Enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps even the world. The day when England reigns supreme is near. But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
Really, it's crystal meth.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do. Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
Mostly we just need the distraction. Well, they do. As to who he's talking to...
Who are you?
Aha! I was in a cutscene. You cannot fool me. I am the better spear user.
Such noise.
Ha! Over here. Oh look, another box. A hat. A rare hat. Rarities go white, blue, yellow, purple. Once we've beaten the base game, green. Past that, I don't know. I've never beaten the game a second time. Well, I've never done New Game Plus all the way through. Defense from behind. My rear is slightly more protected by 7.2%. Down here. Let's break these boxes. Another box. More loot. Gloves. Full set of armor. Ho. Equipment drop rate. Always nice. Not that any of it matters because I'll be switching it all out once I get to Japan. Down the stairs. Not used to going downstairs. Okay, let's go all the way downstairs. Outside. I want all the loot. Better coat. That's always nice too. Damage from fall. There is nowhere to fall here, but more defenses. There really is nowhere to fall here. Unless you're really not careful. If you're purposefully running off edges, well that's a different story. You over there. Rock. In the head. Stab at thee. You gave me my rock back. Thank you. Now I have opened this door. Why did they have this door barricaded? I wish I knew. Really do. I knew. Let's go outside for a pleasant stroll. I'm sure it's a beautiful night. Is that rain? That is a lot of rain. You over there. Rock. More damage. Just because I hit him from behind. Okay. Ragdoll bodies. Rock. I'm out of rocks. Don't worry, I'll get plenty. I can't tell you how many rocks I have sitting in my actual save, my good save file. He goes. Box. Better boots. More defense. Always nice. And more toughness. You are the only thing standing between me and a box of a lot of food. And now you're not. That was good. Better gloves? Maybe? Higher defense, which is all we really care about for now. We're not in the real part of the game. This is basically the tutorial. I'm going to ruin my good coat. Hey buddy, hey buddy. Another rock. Damage from behind is nice. Sneak attacks aren't a thing yet. We need a skill for that. We don't even have access to the actual skills yet. Now I have rare trousers. More toughness. Okay, I'll take that. Hey buddy, rock. Need to watch my feet. You gave me my rock back, thank you. And down you go. The box. An axe. Don't need an axe, I need a better spear. here? No. Why is it so dark? Why could I not have stolen one of their lanterns? Why did they... You dodged my rock. I wasted a good rock on you, sir. One more guy down. This is where things get annoying and probably close to death. Leave them. You two over here. Ow. These guys wearing plate mail don't take a lot of damage, but I do. What E? Ow. That was a bad move on my part. One down. Sword faster. Yay. All that glowing stuff coming towards me is Amrita, which doesn't matter at the moment. You couldn't have guessed, Amrita is basically the experience, or for those familiar with the actual term, the souls of the game. Experience currency. Watch my P carefully. This bastard lost. And now he's dead. Could I equip plate mail? Of course I could. Am I going to? No. Reason being, I'm probably going for medium armor on this character. I want to get used to something closer. Nothing back there. Nothing there. Get in out of range. Those two are back. I don't want to go there again. Let's explore the basement. Basements are where nice and fun things happen. Like executions and torture.
Using monsters like that to fight wars. Guess they got no more use for us.
Oh, you're dead anyway. Literally.
His body just split in two. Oh God! You wanted to kill me from the start.
I don't actually know what guy that he was talking about, because none of them are actually that tortured. It's all been tortured and abused. By who? Well, you'll see shortly.
Striking when the opponent is down and helpless. That's what they're trying to do to all of us who fought for Queen and country.
Final blow. Basically, if you run an opponent out of P and they fall on their face, you can do a special attack depending on your weapon against them. Down that door is just a normal guard. I don't know where him. Here. Box. With nothing in it. Upstairs we go. In the face. Through your plate now. Out. You guys hit this part. Key again. Watch this. That's a final blow. Yes. Somehow my spear survived piercing that arm. Then again, that's probably what he was meant to do. A better Runka. At least nice. Much better Runka. More break. Better block if I'm really low on health. Careful not to get that close. trousers I do not care about. One of these... There's another set of stairs up on the other side. Is this the boss? This is the boss chamber. Right away, waifu. Hello, kind sir. You don't want just a hug. Oh, you're the executioner. Okay. This guy hits me, it will likely be the end of me. Maybe not in this phase. And down he goes. Except, not really. Because you can see he's still breathing. Oh, it's the ugly tattooed bastard again.
It's you. The man with the guardian spirit.
That'd be my wife. You're bold and evil looking. What a surprise.
If I die, the secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show you what these stones can do. Behold.
You must be a crystal meth dealer, because you know your rocks. That was a very evil one.
It's time for your execution.
We fight big guy here, not the guy behind him. The guy behind him is much later. This time, if I ever take a hit, this will definitely be the end of it. I really only want to hit this guy when he's charging, because A, it gives me a chance to get behind him, do more damage. B, that hits me, I'm just short of death. I'm dead. I am not experienced with this, nor have I played in a while. Death 1. Fortunately, I only come up. Shrines, they're also your checkpoint. Nope, you're in my way. Up the stairs. Like normal Derek again. Notice when he's in human form, he actually is staggered by damage. Not in his second phase, because that'd be too easy. This is a soul fight. Down he goes first time, he tries again. You'll see what she means momentarily. Charge me. Come on, charge me. No, don't swing. Charge me. Nope. It's close though. That is the last attack I want to ever get hit by. And I'm probably dead. Yep, I'm dead. I'm getting too reckless. Those like games. The bane of reckless players. Reckless characters are going to be fine because plot armor, but reckless players, well... Fortunately, I only wasted a rock. Didn't even use a single potion because when I got hit, I just died. the other guard hasn't seen me yet, fortunately. Oh yeah, need to go a little further. Let's throw her off, just because. Now I'm out the front, for the moment. Stab at these. And that's phase 1. We'll always start the same place on phase 2. Out of there. Where I don't want to be. Ow. I survived. That's what you use a second. You can see his keybar is different now. It doesn't just restore its own. That's another thing I'll get to. Spirit weapon activate. Waifu powers online. Don't ask me why I always have a sword in the cutscene. That continues through the entire game. It's a different sword. Katana to be specific.
Well done. Quite a feat.
Maybe it's quite a hand. Evil snack. Evil snack stealing my waifu. No!
So this spell shall guide me to the kingdom of gold.
No, it doesn't do it. Guide you to the Aztecs. I thought I killed all you guys. Oh wait, I saved. Never mind. Let's go for a swim. Or let's not. Actually, let's go for a swim. No, I don't die here. Well, I kinda do. But then it's okay. Because I remember waifu. That gets explained a lot later. Oh, spoilers. Maybe the afterlife. Yes, that's how that works. Loading, loading, loading. Boats. Big, pretty boats. Summer storms, you can never predict them.
Was not an enjoyable.
But I love rain.
During 2 years' voyage, the Helloff was lost.
It just turned
The
around.
trow sank, while the hope vanished without a trace.
All hope
The
vanished.
good news of the Blight about Sap was nothing but lies. Only
What was
life
it?
that remained.
Only love remained as I chased after my wife. That's an Amrita compass. Don't ask me how it works, they don't explain
An
it.
ironic twist. For what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Nioh, how many times will I die in this series edition? Many times. Because this game is merciless. Not as bad as a couple of them, but merciless. Before I begin my preparations for landfall, I leaf once more through that curious book I had chanced upon. Recorded inside are the memoirs of a sailor who had once paid visit to the land of Zepang. Oh, the irony. Oh, the coincidences. Precisely how this document wound up in the hold of the ship. Plot armor! When its author clearly belonged to the crew of a different boat. Plot armor! But here is beyond me. But here I am, poring over its pages all the same. Not for the first time since this voyage, I may add. Fascinated me above all else were the memoir's many accounts of Zipangu's diverse armor and weaponry. This is Spear and Magic Helmet Edition. I'd be a liar if I didn't take a spear. The sailor from the memoir seemed to have spent quite some time in Zipangu, and succeeded in keeping the company of samurai. No, you don't get to meet the sailor who actually owned this journal. He writes in detail of establishments in Zipangu called dojo, where people, including samurai, congregate for instruction in the martial disciplines. It's where you practice karate and whatnot. Just reading the sailor's vivid accounts, I feel as though I am there in the flesh, watching these warriors as they train. The samurai is a master of many armaments, and trains for combat in every imaginable scenario. If I were to use another weapon, which would I choose? Now, based on the fact that the Spear and Magic Helmet idea was based on Bugs Bunny doing a Viking soap opera parody, I have to take axe, because Vikings and axes are so assimilated with each other. Nothing else. Memoir also asserts the samurai are knowledgeable in the martial arts. First, they know which fighting stance to use in each situation, high, mid, or low. Second, after each attack, they ready themselves for their next strike by focusing their ki, or inner energy, their stamina, for those who are familiar with this type of game. Third, once their ki is ready, the samurai can use purification techniques to rid their surroundings of malevolence. I'll get to that in the real tutorial. I know not how to explain it, but I feel as though I have some innate ability to grasp all these concepts, plot armor, and have experimented many times with each technique. The memoir states Zipangu is home to 8 million gods and other deities. Exactly how this figure was derived, I can only imagine, but as I cast my gaze to the shore, I am struck by the sensation that some mystical power has been keeping watch over me. It is an energy that reminds me of... It's pronounced Circe. Trust me, I've looked this up. I pull out the memoir once more and survey each page until I arrive at the guardian spirit that best matches the force I am sensing. Circe is the waifu I keep referring to, the mermaid. It's actually a mero, which are similar to mermaids, but I'm calling her a mermaid because not a lot of people know what a mero is. Kato, who gives a bonus to strength and is a fire wolf. There's a shark, who's water. Spirit, which is nice too. And Daibawashi, who gives a bonus to skill. However, Kato is the closest to anything Viking-like in my opinion, because when was the last time you heard Vikings and sharks getting along? Odin had ravens, but the raven spirit isn't for a good while. I'm not sure what spirit I want to stick with once I have them all, once I have at least most of them. But we'll see what comes around. For now, Kato. Let's begin the tutorial mission, because I know just looking at all this, this is what I want. This will allow me to explain everything about the UI, about as briefly as I can. Dojo is a training ground for samurai, filled with blood, sweat, and tears of the uncounted warriors who polish their techniques within its walls. Trust me, I took karate for 3.5 years. I don't know about the blood, but sweat and tears, yes. These long traditions or secrets are handed down from generation to generation of samurai. We'll be coming here once in a while. Go over here. Have a sword. Equip the sword. And sword. Why a wooden sword? Because that's what they start you off with. Next tutorial. Quick attack and strong attack. This is pretty basic. That's the strong, that's the quick. Lock on. Gotta lock on to enemy. Go over here. Beat this ninja. Let's actually go over the full UI. Top left. Very top left, you'll see a picture. That's That's my spirit guardian. That's Kato. When it glows, the spirit weapon is ready. Beside that is my health and key. Health is on the top. It's the blue bar. As in the number above it on the right is the actual amount of health I have. Green is the key. I need to keep an eye on that. Top right of the screen is the mini map. There will be a couple other things up there. The purple dot is the objective, which is where I'm standing. Below the mini map are your weapons. The topmost slot is your ranged weapons. You can see that there's 2 of each. You can switch between them on the fly. Below that is the stances. You have 4 stances. Technically, the stance currently assigned to my B button, since I'm using an Xbox controller, is put weapon away. And you have low stance, mid stance, high stance. Now I'm sticking to mid. We'll go over benefits of each in a sec. And you're gone. And you're gone. Next tutorial. Okay. High stance emphasizes attack power. It allows for powerful techniques. You probably don't want to block in that stance. Mid stance. Good for defense, wide range of techniques, easy to use. My first playthrough ever, which is on PlayStation 4, I was using dual katanas because I love dual wielding. I was mid stance all the time. All the time. Low stance. Good for dodging. Doesn't consume much ki and also maintains your guard as you move, which is always nice. It also deals with least damage, so you can just throw a flurry of attacks. You can also see that the high stances moves are slower. Mid stance is pretty decent. High stance is really fastest, even if the difference is slow. Next tutorial. We'll go over what I just did in a second. Next tutorial here. Mid stance. Black. And down he goes. Well, not last tutorial. Okay. Key pulse. Basically, when I attack, you'll see little blue lights flick off of me. If I push the guard button at the right time, later I can also do it while dodging, which is definitely nice, and I need to go through that really quick. Doing so makes you recover ki a lot faster, and in chunks. Well, in a chunk. Just like that. Now it has another purpose. Yokai. Yokai are basically anything Japanese that is of folklore. Zombies, dragons, fairies, and so many more. Including a lot of things that have complicated names that we'll go over as we get there. Yokai realm. Another world born from the yokai. I like to just consider it the underworld, but that's probably inaccurate anyways. But it's simpler. When you are in the yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Basically, their ki goes up. Well, it won't anywhere else. Normally, if you reduce it, and then they get back up, they'll do something. It might hurt you, but they'll create a yokai realm. Purifier recovers the maximum amount of ki from a successful ki pulse in the yokai realm. Also cleanses the defilement of the yokai realm from your person, restoring you. If you're standing in a yokai realm, get out of it. The end. Let him create a yokai. He needs to create a yokai realm for me to do this. The common zombie-ish enemy. Just like that. Next tutorial is over here. How to equip the armor. Well, a second weapon. Has an axe. A wooden axe, which is kind of ironic. And down you go. What's the last tutorial? Next tutorial is over here. Ranged weapons, I believe. Nope. Yes, ranged weapons. Ah, did it again. Okay. Ranged weapons. I have two of those. There's bows, there's matchlock type guns, and then there's cannons, which we'll get into later. Each have their own stat. Each have different bonuses to them. Guns do more damage, obviously, but the ammo can be harder to come by. Longbows or longbows. I like longbows more, personally. Just in general, not just this game. Now, aim down, right button. See how the crosshair turns red? If it's just a circle, it means you're going to hit with fire. Now, if the dot in the center is red, it's a headshot. Just like that, off your head goes. Arrow. Now, there's two types of ammo for both ranged weapons. There's normal ammo for guns, and there's roaring dragon ammo. It explodes. For bows, there's normal arrows, and there's Hamaya arrows, which deal extra damage to yokai. Off your head goes. Tutorial. Spirit Stone. Item shortcuts. Design item here. Now, I didn't go over the bottom left of the screen. I apologize. But that's where your item shortcuts are. There we go. There's two tabs for now. I'll unlock more later. I signed it to up. I gained Amrita. Here. Living weapon. Now the fun begins. When the Guardian Spirit Amrita gauge is full, press buttons. It will depend on what you're using to play. Guardian Spirit skill, while living weapon is active, press those buttons again. Triggering a living weapon changes the health gauge and key gauge into the living weapon gauge. As long as the living weapon gauge is active, you are impervious to damage and your close combat attacks inflict more damage. The bonus will differ depending on your spirit of your choice. Living weapon gauge decreases over time and when enemy attacks land. Once the gauge is fully depleted, its effects wear off. While it's active, you can press the buttons again to use their unique skill. Now, what they don't tell you here is you're technically invincible for the time while it's active, but don't rely on that too heavily. I've been drained of ki when I got knocked out of it once or twice. And that's never a good thing, because you just stand there panting entirely vulnerable. Also, if you gain Amrita while the weapon is active, you add to it, which is really nice when you just want to slaughter an army of yokai. Watch this. Also, that's what he does. All of the tutorials are now done. Also, your weapon gauge a really neat appearance. Unique to it entirely. And that's the end of the tutorial. Now back to our actual game. Ignore the top right where it says living weapon activated, saved, boss defeated, saved, so on and so forth. That's just NVIDIA doing its job. That is the end of the tutorial. Dinghies have been readied for us to make landfall. I want to meet the guy who named them dinghies. For all I have read on this country, nothing can truly prepare me for what now lies ahead. You are not prepared. Put the memoir down and leave my cabin. Hiroshima is a tiny island off the coast of Usuki, in Kyushu's Bungo province. There is little in the way of usable land, with coastline rapidly giving way to cliffs and mountains. Clinging to its edge is the smallest of fishing villages, residents eking out subsistence farming on plots carved out from the hills. Their frugal lives stand in stark contrast to the village elder, whose opulent mansion perches atop the island's tallest peak, strangely oversized for the small island which it overlooks. It's not a bad place. It's not as big as they make it sound. My boat's in lovely condition. I'll just leave it here. Also, I can't swim. Yes, I'm a sailor. I can't swim. Oh, that's a lovely thing to see. Those are like yokai bugs or something. Forget about those for now because they never matter ever. April 1600. This place. What are they going to do? They're going to kill you. Whip spear. Now I can get into skills. There's different. Okay, you have all the different weapons. Sword, dual sword, spear, axe, kusarigama, or chain and sickle for those who don't speak any Japanese whatsoever, which is fine. Odachi, Hanfa. These are all the different weapons you can choose from if you own the 2 DLC as well, which you might as well. Complete Edition's been out for a while. Odachi, big ass sword. Hanfa. This is double 6. Ninja. Ninja skill points are nice because there's some nice passives. Ninja skills are mostly I throw things at you and I sneak attack. And I buff myself with invisibility and such. But there's also way down here. Quiver Maker increases the number of arrows you can carry, and Bowmaster increases bow damage. There's also Shot Pouch, more bullets carried, and more matchlock damage. Same with Round Carrier, which is more cannon rounds, and more cannon damage. What else was there? Where was it? I will eventually be taking this because sneak attack is just nice, let's face it. Then you have Onmyo magic. It's your magic. It's all the buffs in the world, and a few offensive skills. All of it's very nice. Better memories, we ignore that for now. Alright, let's go over here, grab this thing. Small spirits. The real shrine. This is the real campfire for this game, for those of you who have played Dark Souls. This is where you level up. This is where you get a bunch of things. Now, though, you also change your Guardian Spirit. These 3 blanks. These will come later. Summon Visitor. If you want to call for help from another player, this is how you do it. I have no Ochoko Cups. Not that I need help for this stage. This is the first real stage. Ochoko Cups are used at first just for summoning friends. Later on, increases chances of finding the rarest items that you can. If you have the DLC, this is where you get it. This is where we get our magic helmet, Dharma Chakra Kabuto. It is ridiculous. There you have some extra items, as I do. Or I don't. Those things I did collect were sent to my storage. I'll have access to them after this stage. Level up. Can't level up quite yet. Come back to that in a moment. Don't need to take my skill. Know what I want to take. I want to take Whirl. Whirl is fun. Activates if I time my key pulse rightly, I have a brief period of enhanced damage. Which is definitely. Also, break boxes. Break all of the boxes, but you never know what's in them. You might find ammo, which is always good. Or money. Yes, there is true currency, not just Amrita. We'll drop that ladder in a little while. Now I can level up, because talking to that corpse gave me XP. Level up. Okay. Here are our stats. Body, affects life and resistance to poison and paralysis. This is our weapon damage stat. So we're going to put a point in that for now. Heart, affects ki, affects swords and bows. Not sure what ranged weapon I want to go for. Probably guns. Stamina affects life, of course, and how much weight you can carry affects cannons. Strength, amount required to activate special effects of heavier weapons and armor, affects axes and odachi. Perfectly fitting, because those are the heaviest weapons in the game, at least like slowest I mean. Skill, amount required to activate the special effects of more technical weapons and armor. The middle class armor that I'll probably be going for affects dual swords, tonfa, and guns. Dexterity determines the effect and capacity of your ninjutsu. Affects the kusarigama, the chain and sickle. Blah. Magic determines the effect and capacity of Onmyo magic. Once I throw a couple points into that, I'll explain how magic and ninjutsu works with the capacity degree. Spirit affects power of your guardian spirit. Also allows you to unlock and make use of all the effects of your guardian spirit. You can equip any of them, but to gain all their effects, you need to have a certain amount of spirit. Hello. Nope. Let's see if I can twirl this. Nope. And down. I get an arrow and I don't even have a armor. Potion because I'm blocking a noob. Medium armor, that's what I need. Extra Amrita earned. Oh yes, thank you. Lots of armor versus yokai realm and lightning, which is kind of nice. I won't be fighting lightning. Oh. Okay. Go break these boxes. Rifle ammo. I totally need that, but the rifle I don't have. Okay, I'll go over what this is here in a sec. There's a guy around the corner. Hi there. Have a rock. Let's see if I can twirl this guy. Yep, down you go. Final blow. And that's what twirl does. No damage, but ready him for a final attack. You could have punched him. I mean, I had to do it. But gloves, barehanded attack damage. That guy had an item with barehanded attack damage and thought he needed weapon. What a fool. Okay. This, I believe it's called a remnant. Basically, it's where somebody died. This is a developer generated one. This is always here. Normally though, they're from players. You see Bloody Grave, the name of the player in red, their level, their difficulty based on a 1 out of 5, and how they died. No, it was Revenant, not Remnant. Just to show you what they look like. Let's see if I can push him back into the water. Yep. You drowned twice. I feel special for having done that. Glory is a special currency that can only be gained by killing the Revenant. It's ironic that I push him back into the water. Also, I didn't think I'd be able to manage. Up here. Rock. Rocks are useful when you're not playing stealth. Down you go. Down. Item. So. What's back here? Another item. Helmet. Now though, magic helmet, because I almost forgot about it. It's absolutely ridiculous looking, but it's going to be the helmet we turn everything into. Why? Because the Spear and Magic Helmet edition wouldn't be complete if you didn't have the Spear and Magic Helmet. It'd also be a lie. Yes, it's heavy armor. No, I don't care. There's no bonuses for wearing all one class of armor, or all another class of armor. Box is empty. That is pure disappointment. You have an axe. Ow. I'm sick. Down you go. Sacred water. Those are nice. What do? Increases key recovery speed for a short time. Back here. Remember the little guy on the shrine? Wasn't he adorable? Well, this is his friend. These are kodamas. You have a certain amount of these in every actual main plot stage, main story stage. The more you find, the better off you'll be. I'm going to go explain that. Here, there, run through some barrels. Now you see that he's there too. You can also level up once or twice. Leave Kodama Blessing. This is one reason it's useful. You see there are 5 types of blessings. One that increases the amount of Amrita you get, one that increases weapon drop rate, armor drop rate, which is all I have at the moment, elixir drop rate, which elixirs are the real potions. Not the medicines are only for 2 stages in the entire game. And drop rate of materials. There is crafting in this game. I love crafting. You can tell which you're finding by their hat. This guy has little gold helmet symbol on his hat. These guys have rice bowls, let's face it. Little gold bowls, little green bowls, little pots. Can't tell what's actually on those. Up again. Yeah, we'll take a level. Increase spear damage. Okay. Skill. You always want to take this. I forgot that this was necessary. Basically, if they run out of ki but they're standing, you'll have a special move with them that'll also deal more damage. Or you could just hit them again, knock them down, and be done. They both work. Nope. Every time you use a shrine, they come back. Off with your head, somehow. Don't ask me how that works. Also, the more kodamas you find, the more potions you'll start out with. I've already been up there. And over there. Guy. Okay, he's not going to come. I am better spear than you are. Down you go. My pointy stick brew is superior. So, I'd like to apologize for this video being as long as it is. This is only about the halfway point of my original first video. This is what happens when you try to explain everything in a complicated game. But hey, thanks for watching so far. You guys are great. Links to my PayPal, Patreon, and Ko-Fi are in the description. This is a Parksinator. Peace out.